Greetings, it's Will from stormthecastle.com, and in this episode we look at a peculiar object called a Triangerract. I'll explain more about this in the video, and I'll give you full instructions, including a template you can download to make one yourself. It's a curious thing. So let's take a closer look at our Triangerract. Isn't that cool? In this video I'm going to show you how to make it, and I'll give you the template so you can, makes it very easy for you to make. It's a fun little project, but there is a concept behind it, something I made up. This is based on an earlier video that I did of a tesseract, which is an actual 3D mathematical model. It's a three-dimensional shadow of a four-dimensional object, and it is a prominent part of a book, and I think a movie too, called A Wrinkle in Time. And the tesseract is a way of traveling through time and space. And I highly recommend you get that novel. It's wonderful. Well, a Triangerract, I'll explain to you my concept, just for fun. We'll show you first how a tesseract works. This is time. This is a timeline. Now, a tesseract enables you to make a wrinkle in that time, like this. So say 2 points in time, I'll mark them on X's on our timeline. X here, that's one time, that's another time. Now we're here, and you can bridge that gap, in effect crossing time. We're skipping all the space, all the time in between. That's kind of fun. Now with a Triangerract, think of reality and awareness as a sine wave. The Triangerract causes a harmonic in the sine wave. And now at these points where the harmonic intersects with the normal sine wave, you get something called deja vu. Maybe I should write a book about it. So that's the creation of deja vu, the Triangerract. So let's first take a look at what you need to make it. You need, of course, the template. You print that up. Print it up on a cardstock, but I'll show you an alternative if you don't have cardstock. A straight edge is really necessary for this. Some kind of adhesive. Something to cut paper with, and a bone folder is optional, but I love the bone folder. It's wonderful to get if you work with paper. You want to do stuff with paper, and there's an alternative adhesive. And you're going to need some kind of a little standoff. I call it a standoff. Paper towel tube like that is perfect, and you'll see why. But now, if you don't have cardstock and you want to print it up on regular paper, you can make it the Triangerract, but it's a little bit flimsy. Here's an alternative you can do: is you just print it up on regular printer paper, then use either spray adhesive or glue stick to glue down that page. So now what you have is a thicker paper, and then you can just move forward with the tutorial. So let's do that. Cut out the parts. Oh, and I love my ionic scissors. They just have such a beautiful cut and feel to them. If you're interested in that other tutorial on the tesseract, I'll drop in a card here up in the upper right-hand corner so you can go to that video. I've got a lot of paper. I'm building up a repertoire here of paper projects, and but I do a lot of other stuff too. Consider all kinds of creative things. But that's what this channel is about. It's never losing that sense of wonder. But there you go. Cut away all the straight, solid lines are cut lines. All the dashed lines are fold lines. So don't cut any dashed lines, and do the same thing with the large piece. Now I tried to make this comfortable, as big as possible, to still fit on one sheet of paper to make it easy for you. So this is about as big as you can get it without multiple sheets of paper. So Now we have our two pieces, and we need to fold on those dashed lines. And this is where a straight edge really comes in handy. And this is where our bone folder comes in handy too. And I think you can still get bone folders that are actually bone, but nowadays there's resins and composite materials, and it work just as well. Now all the dashed lines, and crease them really well. And then glue your triangles. Use any adhesive that you have handy. Yay, a little pyramid. I guess I keep calling it a triangle, but actually it's a pyramid. Is done. Now I'll do the same thing with the large one. This YouTube channel is brand new. I started it on January 1st of 2025. Today's the 29th, and I've posted at least one video every day since. And I'm trying to do my best to stick to that goal. So far this is 29 videos, and actually a bunch of shorts too. So now we've assembled our large and small pyramids. This is how you put them together. Insert the large pyramid into your standoff like that. Point down. Now you can, with point up, insert the smaller pyramid there. And the reason why we have the standoff is to hold it all together in a nice position while the glue sets. It's a little bit tricky reaching in there, but I have that nice fine tip crafting glue. But if you don't, use a toothpick to get some glue, white PVA glue on a toothpick, and use it to insert into the little area there to hold the things together. And then just set it aside and let it dry. And that's it. Let's take a look at the finished Triangerract one more time. Yay! Love that project.